everyone, and Happy New Year! I'm super pumped today because we're going to be doing a year review of SquareHue. So exciting! Behind me you can see the two empty little nooks, and that's where I put all of my SquareHue. So currently all of those polishes are in this little box right here, and we're going to talk about all of the polishes that we got for 2015 from SquareHue. If you wanted to actually watch all of my unboxings, I will put a playlist down below. That way you can see like first experiences, what my first initial thoughts were regarding this polishes, because obviously with some of these, they have changed. My goal with this is to share with you the polishes, talk about the formulas, and then I'm going to pick my favorite polish out of each box. Some of these boxes are for sale on SquareHue's website. Which ones, I am not sure, but I will annotate which boxes are still available on SquareHue for sale if you're interested in buying them. In case you're new to this, the entire year of SquareHue's nail polish subscription service was the Decades collection, so each month was a different decade. We started in the 1900s and finished with the 1910s. January, here we are, basically at this exact same point last year. We are dealing with the 1900s, and we have three beautiful polishes. First Flight, Gibson Girl, Victorian End. We had two shimmers and one cream in this box. Victorian End is this beautiful eggplant shimmer purple. The formula on this one is absolutely gorgeous. I really, really love the color, and in combination with First Flight, which is a silver gray shimmer, it worked so well. So pretty. But my favorite from this collection, which shouldn't be a surprise to anyone, would be Gibson Girl. Gibson Girl is this beautiful bubblegum carnation pink. Excellent cream formula. Went on super smooth. It's a little bit dusty of a pink, but it's still super pretty. The 1900s was a great box to start out the new year with. It got me super pumped and excited for 1910. This box contained three cream polishes that were very pastel in tone, and they were absolutely gorgeous. We had Tunic and War Crinoline. Cupies. War Crinoline is almost an exact same dupe for the color, I think it's Naprocopi, from the Prague collection from 2014. It's not the prettiest of colors, it's not my favorite, so I wasn't like over the moon that I had two of these now, but it's not bad. The other two of these were actually quite lovely. Cupies is this really beautiful light baby pink, and then Tunic is a lovely orange sherbet color. And actually Tunic is my favorite from this collection. You would think it would be Cupies, but Cupies is actually a little bit on the sheer side for me. With Tunic I had a better time with it. I got anywhere from 2 to 3 coats to get it opaque, and it's just this really beautiful sherbet orange, which I really enjoyed. I thought Tunic was the best one out of that whole collection. We are now going to be moving into the roaring 20s. In this box we had a really nice mixture of formulas. We have cocktails and cigarettes, style and speed. Art Deco, here we got kind of a nice little variety. We had this really beautiful iridescent pink topper, which is cocktails and cigarettes. This topper is fantastic. It looks absolutely gorgeous on black or dark colors. It makes it look like a scarab beetle. Love this one a lot. And Style and Speed, which is this highly glittered foil silver polish. So pretty. But my favorite from this box would have to be Art Deco. Such a pretty rose gold champagne color that I really like. It's very delicate. The formula was okay. It was so-so. It was about, I think, 2 to 3 coats to get this one opaque. But it's just a really great color and really unique. I don't have anything like this in my collection, and I really did enjoy it quite a bit. We are moving into the 1930s, and this one was actually quite surprising and so bold. We have Tomorrowland, Boardgame, and WPA. These creams are incredibly bright, incredibly creamy, and 2 coaters, no problem. My favorite from this collection is going to be Tomorrowland. It's this really nice, solid purple cream. It's a little bit on the dusty side, but it's so incredibly gorgeous. Really enjoyed it, super fun. So the 1940s box is next. Here we are dealing with 2 creams and 1 shimmer polish. We have Mambo, Sorcerer's Hat, War Hero. Mambo and War Hero were just regular creams, nothing to write home about, but Sorcerer's Hat is this beautiful sapphire shimmer blue that is knock your socks off amazing. This polish is by far my favorite polish out of the entire SquareHue collection. It is so amazing and completely versatile because you can use it on its own. It dries to a glossy finish, perfectly nice. But I feel like this one really comes alive when you put a matte top coat on it because it gets this kind of satiny velvet appearance. So pretty. Okay, 1940s is done, and then we moved on to perhaps my favorite box. The entire box was amazing. This is the 1950s. Absolutely adored this box completely. We had Sock Hop, Palm Springs, Bel Air. I loved these colors. I loved how well they look together. They had fantastic formulas, opaque in 2 to 3 coats. Absolutely beautiful. This box was my favorite box out of the entire collection. Really love these polishes. Loved this box so much. So if you can find the 1950s box, get it. The 1950s are done. We're moving on to the 1960s. We had one cream, one neon cream, and then a kind of a glittery, shimmery topper. In the 1960s box, we had Tune In, Drop Out, Turn On. The best one for formula, I guess, would have to be Tune In, but the purple just wasn't doing it for me. It dries a lot darker than what you see in the bottle, which is a little disappointing, and I just wasn't feeling this box. Wasn't really one of my favorites. The neon was really nice, but you definitely had to use a white base coat with it, but I have like a yellow neon like this. And then as far as this like purpley blue topper, I still haven't used it yet, to be honest. I have not used this yet. I haven't put it on anything. I haven't really felt inspired to use it, so I'm just kind of like, eh. So it was just kind of a, not a letdown, but just kind of like, oh, this is nice, but I've never actually used it the way I've used other boxes. So kind of a swing and a miss for me for the 1960s, but still lots of fun. So now we're moving into the 1970s. This box was a huge variety as well as far as formulas. We have Eye Polish, Watergate,
and Night Fever.
Wasn't really impressed with this box again, because it's like, yes, we're seeing different formulas, but this is basically a repeat of the month before, just in a different color, and you've given us a white cream. Not impressed one bit, but then I tried it. And my friends, this white cream is amazing. Eye Polish is a one-coater white cream. The holy grail of white, in my opinion. So I was over the moon when I found out that this was a one-coater white. My favorite out of the 1970s is definitely Eye Polish. 1970s are done, we're moving into the 1980s. We have these amazing fall colors. We have 2 shimmers and a cream. There's Vice, Sierra Sunset. Deep Space, Vice is this really beautiful kind of light gray cream. Then you have Deep Space, which is kind of this Coca-Cola brown that has a kind of goldy greeny shimmer going on to it. And then there was Sierra Sunset. It's a rose copper shimmer. So this collection was really edgy for me. Like, this definitely pushed me out of my comfort zone as far as colors, because I gravitate more towards pastels, bright colors, summer palettes. That's my jam. Like, that's my bread and butter. But this pushed me out of my comfort zone, and I really liked it. All of these colors I thought worked so well together, and they worked great individually on their own. I wore each of these on my nails by themselves, and I loved it. The 1980s box was my favorite box out of the whole fall boxes that they gave us. So that would be like September, October, November. Those like 3 fall boxes. This one was my favorite because it was just gorgeous, and I loved the SquareHue. It made me try things out that I wouldn't have done on my own, but I loved it. Awesome box. So the 1980s are done. We're marching into the 1990s. We have Desert Storm, Y2K, Vogue. Desert Storm is a beige cream. Not my cup of tea. I'm not a huge fan of nudes, and so when I saw this, I was just kind of like, okay, great. Thanks. But then my eyes saw these 2 shimmers and I was super excited. Y2K is a really nice deep gunmetal gray shimmer, but my favorite from the 1990s box was Vogue. This is a beautiful kind of deep terracotta marsala red. This is so beautiful. It's very spicy, it's very warm, and it's very appropriate for the fall. And then we moved into the worst box, in my opinion, from the SquareHue collection. We are looking at November, which would have been the 2000s. In this box, we received 3 silver polishes. We received Idol, Hurricane, Never Forget. This has been out the whole time, guys. What is this? What is this? You were supposed to tell me! Awesome. Back to the seriousness of 2000. So we had 2 silver foils. We had Hurricane and Never Forget. And then we had Idol, which is a finely milled silver metallic glitter polish. Now, if you put this on top of Never Forget, it looked absolutely stunning. On its own, it's very nice. But again, it's just a silver glitter which and I'm sure a lot of you already have in your collection. So it was a little bit of a disappointment. These are my thoughts regarding this collection. Early 2000s is very similar to the 1930s as far as American history goes. This is America at its lowest point. It was a very difficult decade for us as a country. So I think SquareHue with this color palette was trying to commemorate that. It was a very hard time for us as a nation, and so these colors are reflecting that as far as where the mental state of our country was. Yes, as far as me, myself now in 2015, I would have loved to seen some more lovely, beautiful colors, some happy, bright, sparkling things, but this box, the whole collection was dedicated towards the history of what was happening during those decades. And for 2000, for the US, it was a very difficult, a very hard time for us as a country. Yes, the November box was a disappointment as far as colors, but I applaud SquareHue for dealing with a very difficult subject matter, and I feel honoring it in a beautiful way. These are beautiful polishes. Not exactly my favorite, but I applaud them for finding a very respectful way of representing the early 2000s. So I appreciate this box. I don't love it, but I appreciate it. So that one took a turn, I'm sorry guys. But now we're gonna get back to the fun stuff. The 2000s are done, we are dealing with the 2010s. This was a really kind of fun box to end this year on. So we had 2 shimmers and a cream. We had Bird Fling, Olympiad, Baby Baby Baby. The red cream is average. Olympiad, which is kind of this silvery champagne-y, frosted, whatever you want to call it. Polish, not really my cup of tea. I had to go anywhere from 2 to 3 coats to get it opaque. It just clashes too much with my natural skin tone for me to actually enjoy it and to wear it frequently. But my favorite out of this box would have to be Baby Baby Baby. It's a really deep royal purple shimmer. Love, love, love this polish. Not as nice as Sorcerer's hat, but it's definitely a close second. So that is it. That's all the Decades collection from SquareHue. I absolutely loved this year. There were some hits and some misses. There were some polishes that I could care less about, but as a whole, it was pretty awesome. Now, for this coming year, within the next couple of days, we should all be receiving our brand new box for the Adventure collection, I think it's called, for 2016. I'm still gonna be doing unboxes for 2016 from SquareHue, so make sure and subscribe to my channel, that way you don't miss any of the new unboxings for the Adventure collection. That is my video for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the SquareHue year review. Which ones were your favorites? I want to know, like, did you have a favorite box? Did you have a favorite polish? What was your least favorite polish? Answer me down below. Let's get the discussion going. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video for today. Make sure and subscribe to my channel if you are new, and I will see you guys in the next video.